verlassen. Den Hundscanner zu einer Verzerrung an der Sicht bei folgenden Verzerrung zu können. Ja. Damit hätte jetzt keine Rechnung. Ja. Öffnen. Dick. Mach die Tür auf. Ich kann schweben.
Now check that out. The room seems to notice we're here. Like it's watching us.
Ja. Tatsächlich schon. Was auch schweben. Wo müssen wir jetzt aber hin? Schweben. Ich will hier rein. Was ist das? Naja, was sind die Zeichen? Ups. Nee, ich bin hier nicht so schnell. So. Und hier war irgendwas. Inspekt. Und wir da, ne? Ja. Okay, das ist das letzte Lösung. Dieses komische schwebende etwas. Ich da reinfliege und dann willst du es noch nicht machen lassen. Ich hab's weggecheckt, ich dachte, hey, hier ist nichts. Gut. Und bin schwer, weil die ganze Zeit die Halb-2-Screen jetzt hier mit drin haben, ist ein bisschen nervig. Ah, ist das jetzt, ja. Bleib doch hier! Komisches Ding. Hm? Ja? Hey, Barrett, was machst du da oben? Ich sehe jetzt nicht mehr. Der Barrett die ganze Zeit gerade reinfliegt. Kleiner Hund. Musst du mal was damit machen können. Jetzt abschießen. Jedes Mal, wenn ich dem näher komme, ist es weg. Was muss ich da auch mit machen können? Okay, 10 Klicken. Oder? Doch, wird das denn noch schneller? Ich will einfach mal weiter gucken. Kannst du nicht bei so machen, so. Ja, anscheinend ist so richtig, weil die Musik jetzt klar. Ich bin, glaube ich, wirklich immer schneller als Ding in der Mitte. Ja.
Like some kind of gate.
Hat funktioniert. Wir haben ein Tor. Wow, ist das Netherportal? Lass mal durch da. Und weg bin ich. Wow. Hey.
Hey, Captain. Need help with anything? What's on your mind?
Nichts.
See you later.
Tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Haltet sie fest.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
Okay.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tale.
Es war ein Gebäude einer Tempel.
An entire building generating a signature just like the artifact.
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
Nee.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it?
So.
Come on. Let's see what that place did to you. Show the words another time then.
Okay. Wie geht das jetzt? Wähle den Bereich oben aus und auf. Ah, Kräfte. Kräfte neu ausrüsten. Antivibrationsfeld. Favorit. Wie man da nicht rein? Wie geht's? Ja. Wie geht's auf Rüsten? Okay. Examinieren oder erneut doch auszurüsten. Ja, und die Irrigationsfeld ist ausgerüstet. Ah. So. Whee!
Everyone saw that, right?
Ja.
Like a literal gift from the heavens.
And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird.
Tempel hat das Bild, fehlt auf die Übereinsicht von Systemen, dann wird der Tempel hat das Bild.
So we have artifacts, a temple, and this power. All connected.
Intriguing. Need to think about my own artifact sometime. But I'm not sure I want to use it until I know more.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory, there might be one temple for each.
Mhm.
But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time.
Okay. Und die andere Anomalie, die entdeckt habe, auch ist noch ein Tempel. Der Tempel für die Nähe von Potsdam.
You'll need to take the home voyage after you found each one. Should hopefully have more potentials for you then.
Okay. Vor allem Planeten für das Sicherheitskapitationsanomalien, warum nicht aber zu.
You'd still need to cross-reference the artifacts we have with the data from the eye to pinpoint the source.
Okay. Kümmere mich um die andere, die entdeckt habe, aber ist noch aktiv.
Don't think it's just fortune's left that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow.
Mhm.
Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
Okay.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
Okay, weiter. Fließe ins Unbekannte ab. Geld macht's möglich. Sprech mit Walter. Ja, Walter, was ist los? Kraft aus dem Jenseits, er wirkt die Kraft auf alle Theaterei. Nehmen wir erstmal ein Walter.
Admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning.
Interessant, ja, du brauchst auch meine Hilfe.
All right, fine. I need your help. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect.
Okay. Ja, dann den das sind wir ungefährlich.
Oh, exceedingly. The free market there is in full effect. Anything goes as long as you have the money. We'll be taking advantage of that.
Ich am Start.
That settles it then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
Gut.
I'm sure we have room for you on the ship, Walter. Might be cramped compared to what you're used to, but it'll get you there.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon. Just let me know when you're ready to set off.
Na dann, let's go.
To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Hey, Walter.
That huge shield,
Construction,
part of the power system.
instance, industrial
Lightning
chemicals
provides
of
a
every kind.
substantial amount
Wer
of
will das halt doch mal die Klappe?
Get rid of the odor of chasm gas.
Splash?
A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug.
Okay.
But theory loses out once again to practice.
Durch macht die Leute. Hey?
Something to do with chasm bass's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora.
Okay, gehen
You
wir.
need to stop by the Stroud-Ekman offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Okay. Dann gehen wir mal zu deinem Büro. Ja. Ist ja schließlich sein Tower. Dann spazieren wir da mal rein.
some kind of checkpoint ahead. Let's let them do their job so we can move along.
Ja, natürlich.
See that huge shield?
Hallo.
It's part of the power system. Lightning provides a substantial amount of Neon's energy.
Kommt da, da.
Cut the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped.
Okay. Böser Junge, der hat Füllstoff.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today.
Ich krieg an die Arbeit. Auch eine Frage. Im Gefängnis mit Nescha.
Not really my cup of tea.
Ach, der gerade festgenommen wurde, okay.
I'll follow you.
Ja, muss ich jetzt glaube ich nicht. Wir gehen lieber zu Starfield.
Benjamin Bayou's Tower.
Peace.
But it's big.
Run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not nailed down.
So, wie komme ich da jetzt hin?
It'll work itself out. I'd rather not
Ah.
get mixed up with the syndicate gang stuff.
Da ein Loch.
The Astral Lounge spared no expense with their marketing, huh?
Irgendwas von Sword.
This is where
So
quality
Tasha.
ships are made. And I don't just say that because it's Stroud's business.
It's all
It's
right.
just true.
To have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Hi.
Allow me to bust you in, sir.
Mr. Stroh? You are so lucky.
Jo,
Walter,
Issa,
Lisa.
continue from last time. The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
no, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake? Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here.
Mhm.
Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding.
Oh. Eine Auftragsstation nicht mehr entzückt. Bin von einem Erfolg. Ist die Watersfrau.
Co-CEO, heir to the Eklund fortune. And somewhere down there, I'm his wife, yes.
Didn't know our marriage was such a low priority.
Oh, it jumps up the list of the right ones.
Okay. Beauftragte Constellation hier.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers. My partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much.
Also, nee, ich wollte unbedingt mal zeigen, okay? Das muss ich nicht so. Das war der
Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared.
Water was so fine.
I merely found a group of like-minded individuals. Just like all of us.
I hope you're planning to get adorable figurines made of us all. Please say yes.
Can we move on?
Mir was anliegt.
Yes? Why are you here, Walter? The board meeting isn't for a while. Our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Oh, this wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust reach a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust?
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Treffen wir da einen Astronaut statt? Weil du hast jetzt immer auch Freelancer. Kriegt ihr euch immer gegenseitig?
Just some light sparring, dear. Walter's actually very attentive when it's just the two of us.
When you mix business and family, you learn to compartmentalize.
Du hast jetzt immer auch Freelancer.
Oh, don't mind the two of us. Challenging each other intellectually is a cornerstone of our relationship. Now, I must point out the obvious. The Astro Lounge. Huh? It's a remarkably insecure location.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, no.
I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our seller. He'll be able to help you find out more about them.
And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
Dann Security für eine Mehrheit verkauft. Okay. Machen wir. Ab in die Lobby. Was willst du denn, Fairwatch?
Hey, so I thought you might like this. I hope you do.
Für mich, danke.
Of course. I was walking by it and I thought, hey, what the heck? Why not? Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it.
Und bei den Völkerbox oder. Richtig, vielen Dank.
Pick it up, but then I thought you might have a good use for it. Whew, glad I did. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Er hat mir einen schicken Tiger geschenkt. Was weiß ich, was das ist? Was denn bitte? Lass mal nachgucken, was das ist. Das ist was zu essen. Cool. Ein jokermaniertes Hühnchen über Kohle gegrillt. Ich hätte es fast nicht mitgenommen, aber dachte ich geb's dir einfach. Ich hab mir was zu essen gegeben. Danke, Digga. Gucken wir uns hier mal ein bisschen um in das dann.
Take it easy.
Ich bin immer locker. Was hat.
Now is the best time. Talk with you later.
Was denn nun?
I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
Mhm. Was ein Trost, klingt die Bewegung, kannst du den nächsten bereit? Wollen wir den nächsten? Nee, ich werde ganz genau bereit. Hoffentlich war es ein
It
Trost.
was surreal, honestly.
Wir haben letztens darüber gesprochen, was wir.
were everyday things. Lots
Vorgestern.
of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that.
Ja, jetzt sind wir zurück. Das ist zurück, das schaffen wir 20 Jahre selber. Das ist anders beides, das ist unglaublich. Versuchen darf ich zu helfen, das ist ja unser Freund irgendwo. Und sehen Sie einfach das.
But this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted.
Irgendwie mein Knochenbruch hat sich verbessert.
Decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Okay, in Zeitmaschine, das ist nicht leicht für dich. In Zeitmaschine, das ist wirklich nicht leicht für dich.
Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
So, das ist Ziel.
His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company.
Nicht zufälligerweise die für die wir gearbeitet haben, das wurde mir schon
Exactly
geschoben.
sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail.
Mhm. Mal 20 Jahre
It
alt.
is, but I was thinking about it and well, it's still wrong, right? So
Yeah.
I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
Ja.
That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him. Even though I know I can't.
Er hat immer noch 20 Jahre tot ist. Wenn man so aufgebracht hat, muss es immer auch richtig sein.
I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help.
Mhm.
Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Auch wenn das gerade wirklich nicht der beste Zeitpunkt war, jetzt. Das wäre zumindest versucht mit uns so mitzubringen, was unser Geschäft kann. Das wird vorhin auch so, deswegen bin ich nicht respektlos oder sonstiges. Das finde ich, ist okay. Hey! Ich kann bestimmt telefonieren, oder? Ja, ich bin hier gleich mal telefonieren. Hey, du!
Yeah, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale. No. Drugs are for street gangs and junkies. Aurora is on an entirely different level. I like to call it an exquisitely crafted, transcendent experience. Only problem is that won't fit on the package. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure? Got plenty here to choose from.
Ich weiß ja jetzt jenes. Ist nur in Neon, Digga. Ein Baguette. Ich kaufe auf jeden Fall jetzt ein fucking Baguette bei dir. Tolle Karte hat ein Baguette.
That depends on if you're hungry or thirsty. Alright, well, I've got a couple of specialties of the house you might be interested in. First, there's our best seller, Sangria Astral, which is a curiously refreshing, fruit-infused red wine served in a commemorative bottle. But if your palate is a bit more refined, we have our Bayou Private Reserve, a painstakingly distilled cognac stored in the purest Arcturan crystal.
Okay.
That enough? Or are you hungry as well? Ah, a bit of a foodie, are we? I can't say I blame you. We're just as renowned for our cuisine here as we are for our drinks. First, let me tempt you with our melon caviar. Delicate, salty spheres of melon, hydroponically grown in our private aqua garden.
Okay.
And to finish, our lounge special strip. A grilled soy-based steak served with a steaming side of chipped potatoes. That's delicious.
Cool.
Anything there sound appetizing? Or are you looking for something else?
Ja, was für Seiste.
Of course.
Hätte man für den dann gemacht?
Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet she produces some of the most heart-pounding, trippiest electronic music you've ever heard.
Okay.
I don't know where she gets her inspiration, but I'm betting all that free Aurora she gets has something to do with it.
Okay. Kannst du mir mal weiter Bayou erzählen?
Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the Astral Lounge. Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon, making sure they're all employed and well taken care of. A real humanitarian.
Aber noch ein Liedchen und so, bin ich mir sicher.
The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest officers in the city.
Und das Ganze soll ich auf Security angewiesen. Noch keine Privatsmeeting, aber...
Private meetings are usually held in the floor above. Just use the elevators.
Und noch ein feines Campus soll ich auf Security
Then I
angewiesen.
would say you'd be interested in the Astral Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security.
Ich habe 1000 bekommen, wie viel 6?
We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate.
Nee, bis dort ist doch bestimmt schon wieder gestellt ist.
Not currently, I'm afraid. Unless you'd like to purchase it on their behalf.
Nenhum foi desenvolvimento, ela morreu. Também ideia foi perder a situação, não se foi.
I'm sorry, but promises make for poor currency. Glad you understand the position I'm in here. Maybe we can work something out. Sorry, but I can't. I'm afraid we can't budge on the price. The VIP package isn't for everyone. Of course, completely at your discretion.
Mann, ist das ein Arschloch, Digga.
Hope to see you again.